Want to know something crazy about Enzo? Is that he's powerful, but people just don't see it because he's like the weakest descendant. But I'm here to prove you wrong. Mind you, he's doing that all of crit damage, not regular attacks. Let me show you. So obviously we gotta go with the Peacemaker, blah blah blah. Singularity, I recommend using critical hit damage or skill critical hit rate because his skill critical hit rate is extremely low. Stunner components go with the Enlighten set, or you can go with something else for survivability. Arcade tuning, you can go here. I try to have critical damage or critical hit rate, and I need cooldown for the missiles. For this one, I just went with the arcade maximization. Don't think there's another one better than this. Yeah, I don't see anything else better than that. And as for the modules, here you go. Now, for the Ancestor module, it's very important that you have a high amount of critical hit rate because his critical hit rate base is extremely low. You need to have high critical hit rate. And since my range has been affected by this, which is why I have to get closer in order for this to work. And for the trigger modules, people usually go with something else that doesn't make any sense. This is the reason why I was able to do that flaming burst you saw. And let me show you again, because when I did the first ability, you probably saw the flames, but you can see it didn't spawn. But I'm going to show you how to use it correctly. I'm going to use the fourth ability first. Get some damage out, and then you're going to use the first one as soon as it cools down. And you can see on the bottom right has a cooldown every single time, and you can keep using it, and you can keep spamming it. So you keep spamming your missiles every time it's released. Boom. So it's pretty much like a first ability, third ability, or no, third ability, and fourth ability using all at the same time. Because you're doing an insanely amount of damage. And since my range is affected, like I said, you can see it's not hitting them. That's why I have to get close. It does over like 5 billion damage max DPS, which is pretty high elite. So enough talking, we're just going to go right into a game. Now, obviously, that was kind of a lackluster and presentation, but let's be honest, not a lot of people can get to do the presentation on their first try. This is actually my second attempt doing this mission, to be honest. But overall, that's the entire build. Now, the problem you see mainly about it is the MP cost, along with the timing of the focus fire and duration. That's where you need to have duration for his turn to make sure it stays activated for long periods of time. And the timing, you also gotta pay attention to the cooldown of the first ability along with the tactical strike trigger module. Otherwise, it just won't work. But overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yes, I do make a lot of 18 plus content, but at the same time, I also make this game content for the first sentence because I love this game dearly. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.